What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning into Out Loud with Ashley,
And Tiara,
where we will be saying all the things that we wanted to say,
the things we want,
all the things we didn't get to say,
and the things we're going to say.
I don't.
That's how our Monday is starting today. So hey, it's one of those days.
I'm recovering.
Yeah,
I had a long weekend. Let me tell y'all. I ain't gonna go into detail, but I've had a long weekend, and I'm just I'm drinking water today.
yeah,
That's all you need to know.
yeah.
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to Out Loud with Ashley and Tier, where we will be saying all the things that we wanted to say, right?
Yep. No, you're still not there. You're still not there. It's okay.
I'm gonna let her handle it. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. 'Cause
Where we will be out loud with all the things we didn't get to say, the things we want to say, and the things that we're going to say.
What's up, y'all?
It's all good. We have them days, right, y'all?
Listen,
it's okay.
Yeah, definitely that day.
Yeah, it's Monday. It's all good. Today we're going to be talking about co-parenting, baby mamas, baby daddies.
All that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and take these off because you know how I feel about headphones.
Yeah, well, sorry.
So, yes, co-parenting. That is I want to say a tough one. And I feel like co-parenting, honestly, is what you make it to be.
I believe that, definitely.
Because it can definitely be something, that's easy. Y'all get along. Y'all have, rules and boundaries set in stone, and each parent follows them with no issues. And then you got other co-parenting where it's not so easy and it's difficult. And actually, there are actually 3 different types of co-parenting.
Okay, what are they?
One is called a conflict.
Okay.
Pretty much what it sounds.
Exactly what it sounds.
Right. Okay. I mean that one there, high conflict co-parenting.
Okay.
Which that's where the emotions are high, toxic. That's probably where you got to get involved with lawyers and go and do all that kind of stuff. Get joint custody, those kind of things. Or like every time you talk to the other parent, you're always arguing, you're always fighting.
Yeah.
That's this one here. And then there is another one, which is just like pretty much y'all co-parent. Y'all really don't maybe like each other, but y'all can tolerate each other for the child. So there's that one. And then there's another one, which is like cooperative.
Cooperative?
Yes.
Okay.
And
cooperative.
That's just more like there's no conflict, kind of like y'all do things together as a family. But they do say that it does take a long time for parents to reach this level.
Yeah, after the emotions have died down,
right.
And time is
it's very low conflict in that type of co-parenting style. Me personally, I feel like, who doesn't want that?
Cooperative.
Right, or even just the one where y'all just, even if we can't stand each other, let's just at least tolerate each other for the child.
Right.
And a lot of the times, it's like, can't do it. Because, baby, I've been learning, and I feel like I've done really well lately to control my emotions.
Yeah.
Controlling your emotions is hard as fuck.
Yeah, especially when you have a kid involved.
Very hard. And I be seeing those posts that say, I'm in between wanting to cuss a motherfucker out or not saying shit, not responding at all. Listen, I can be writing a whole paragraph, get everything off my chest, and I want to hit the send button.
Sometimes it's therapeutic.
Definitely.
Just don't send.
Yeah, you just don't say shit you don't mean. Because I feel like once you say it, you done said it, and then it's like, you can't. My thing
can't
is,
take it back.
Right, you can't take it back. And even if you're, I was mad, or I was playing, yeah, maybe you were, but you still feel that type of way. Whatever you said, you kind of feel that type of way because you said it, regardless. Maybe not all the way. Maybe those are not exactly how you feel, but you still feel, a little bit like that, whatever it is that was said. So, which co-parenting style would you? I guess we're all gonna prefer the one with just slow
It's
conflict, right?
cooperative. But see, like for me, I have two baby daddies. So, right? So, for my oldest son, I don't deal with him at all. And it is so much better that way. And I know some people are like, well, he needs his dad. Well, he needs a healthy dad, not
Facts.
just any
Any
dad.
right.
And so that's where certain people have to draw the line. Um, Not saying he's not healthy or anything like that. I really don't know what's going on with that one. I just know for me emotionally and mentally, he's not good for me. And so therefore, if he's not going to be good for me, he's not going to be good for my child. I've even like I'm not even gonna go into detail on that, but it's a lot of turmoil. He likes to get underneath my skin, and I like to stay away from people like that because then that's again you're not gonna make me be somebody that I'm not, and so it's it's better you've stayed away. You stayed away. Good, great. The second one it was a little rocky at first. It was rocky at first. But I would probably have to say it's cooperative now. Um, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't have any issues with how he co-parents. He's actually there, and I don't have any problems. I mean, me and him fight. We're always gonna fight, but I do feel like if the relationship was maybe severed completely, um, we would probably, I don't know. I want to say we would probably be the toxic because I can be toxic. But that would probably be
I feel
me.
like we all can be toxic
Yeah, that would
a
just
little.
be probably all of the hurt. And then, like, I'm finally letting go. But at the same time, I can't really say that because I'm also the type of person that's just like, fuck it. You do you, I'm do me. And don't ask me questions. I won't ask you questions.
That part.
Make sure you come get him when you're supposed to. And we won't have no problems. Really, I probably won't even pick up the phone to call except for something important or some pampers or some shoes, something that I can't get. Like if I can't get it, then I'm calling you. But that's just the type of person that I am. And again, having to raise my oldest one as a single parent, so
You already have experience with that. You already know what it takes
yeah,
to do it on your own.
yes, exactly. And it's not that bad doing it by myself, but I would of course want them to have that relationship.
I can agree with that though,
Hmm.
because, like, you know, my situation is a little different. Um, I mean, he's been in her life since she was
Hmm.
a baby, always. And, her father lives in another state, so it's a lot different. It's not like, hey, this weekend, just for the weekend, or pick her up from school or do that. I have to do all that on my own. So
Hmm.
I'm like a single parent, because I don't have him here physically all the time to help me with her. I will say co-parenting right now. I try to be the one like style number two, where look, I can't stand your ass, but I'm gonna tolerate you for the sake of our child and for the sake of fucking peace, because I want my peace.
Yeah,
I don't feel like arguing. If it's any little thing, this is what I do.
yeah. And
Or
if it's
I'm
if
not
it's
even
for
doing
you,
that. I'm blocking.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I
you need
can't.
to
I just
sometimes.
my peace is so important to me. Like I can't deal with the bullshit with just anybody. Period. So, um, but he is a good daddy. Even though he is in another state, he's a great daddy. He's always there for her. He calls her every morning. He calls her every night. He calls her during the day after school. Like every morning, he calls her to tell her good morning. Have a great day. I love you.
Hmm.
He calls her, after school, seeing how her day goes, and then he calls her throughout the day and at night. Like he talks to her all the time. Um, and he makes sure, like she's taken care of as far as, she have her vitamins. Like he's really concerned about her health. He's concerned about her surroundings,
Hmm.
even though he is, so many miles away. That part, he's a great dad, and I'll give him that. I can't never say that he's not. And he'll send shit to her. Like I don't have to ask. Just like, hey, she's got a package, or
Yeah, that's
hey,
good.
I put some money on her card for her, or whatever.
Hmm.
And if I ask, if I ever do, he sends no problem. Like I don't have to argue with him about the amount, none of that shit. So what do you need? Just give him a number.
That's good.
Um, so I we tolerate each other because you know aside from our child, like I just feel like we should just focus on the child and the child only. But sometimes when people split apart, one person doesn't want to break up. One person still wants the relationship. And
Yeah.
I feel like, a lot of the times it could be the female, like using that child against the father. Like you can't see your kid, or, they cause problems and are bitter because they're mad that he's
They've
moving
moved
on.
on.
Or it
Hmm.
could be the father, upset because the woman's moving on, and oh, I'm not gonna go pick up my kid. Because unfortunately, I know a lot of people personally. If the father is not involved with the mother,
Yep.
he will not fuck with the kid at all.
Oh my
Literally
God.
cuts the kid off, and I think that's fucked up. If you do that shit, you're a fucked up person.
Hmm.
I don't understand how you can have a kid out here and don't give a fuck what's going on with your kid.
But men do it.
No, they
And
do.
they do it, and
Women,
they
women
normalize
too.
it.
There's
You
some
will.
there's some women out there, and I know it's mainly men, but there are women out there who are
You
some
can't say
sorry ass
mainly.
mother.
You can't say mainly because there's some sorry ass women out here too.
Oh
And you know what? I
yeah,
can't even defend anybody in that situation because yes, you're always supposed to be there for your child. Always, because that's a part of you. You know what I'm saying? You would
that's your
think,
kid. That's your blood. Like that's
yeah,
your
but I'm
child.
sorry, honey, but if I can't deal with you, then I can wait until he gets of age. And I hate to say that, but some people are toxic. And I'm saying that because my oldest, I have to say it. He's toxic. He is toxic.
I agree with that part. If
Hmm.
it's something like my thing is this: if they just don't give a fuck, they don't even care.
See, and that's the thing. You
They
never
didn't even
know if
try. No, like somebody didn't even try at all. Like they don't. My thing is when I say you're a fucked up person for doing shit like that. My thing is when I say that is if you can't learn to tolerate the other parent for the sake of your child,
hmm
um, or not be toxic, and you know that you're being toxic to that person, you know you're causing problems, but for the sake of your child, you can't scale the fuck back and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna give her no issues or nothing because that's my kid. I love my kid. I want to be in my kid's life. Then, if you don't do shit like that and you just want to be all the time, bitch, you a hoe, you this, and this, because that's pretty much what it's said to be because you don't want to fuck with them no more.
yep, basically.
But
Basically.
because you and
But
your
it ain't even
feelings,
that.
you,
But it
you
ain't even
take it on
sometimes
charge.
that. It's just they're just the type of person they are, and
I wouldn't
all
want
of
my
what they
kid.
have
Yeah,
bottled up inside of them, and they try to leash it out on other people too. It can't just. I mean, it's people are just fucked up. They're fucked up, and they try to make other people feel and be fucked up too. So
I get it.
I
If it's
think
like your
it's
mental health,
yeah,
your
hell yeah.
peace, and if it is
Hell
really
yeah,
toxic,
because if I don't have them, my child's not okay. My dad had to tell me that. Like, if you're not mentally okay, your kids ain't gonna be okay. Like, period, point blank.
yeah,
Because they're gonna see all that toxicity, however you say it, and it's just gonna come out your mouth. It's gonna come in your actions. Like, I can't
yeah,
deal with you.
I can. And
Family too.
I'm gonna be real about it. I've been there where we're having arguments or something, and my thing is it's like don't bash me as a mom because I'm a great fucking mom.
Yeah, but that some
And
people that's the only thing they can talk about. So
it's the
that's where they're
lies
gonna hit.
that gets under my skin, like literally, like does something to me, like
Yeah.
boils. Like when I tell you, it puts me in a rage.
But that's the only thing that puts you in a rage. So that's the only thing that I'm gonna hit on, and that's the only thing that I know is gonna get you to scream and fight me. So I'm gonna tell you, yeah, you're a bad mom. But in reality, if I was to leave you with this child, I'm sure somebody will come pick him up. So in reality, who's the bad parent here? Because who's really taking care of the child? The mother's always taking care of the child. The dad can just leave when they want to. So can't really bash somebody who's always there and whose child's always fed. I mean, if the child's fat, hey, Okay, you can't talk shit about my child. His clothes ain't too small. You know, you can't let people tell you what type of mother you are.
No, I don't. But it really gets under my skin because I know what a great mom I am. I'm not a
Yeah,
perfect parent. I
nobody's
don't claim
perfect.
to
We didn't
be
come with
perfect,
instructions.
but I definitely am a good fucking mom. And anybody who knows me knows that I don't play about my daughter whatsoever. I don't let her. First of all, she's literally first time ever in her life, has stayed the night without me, and that was at my brother's and my sister in law house, and I still was like calling every couple of hours, like, is
There's
my
nothing
baby
wrong with that.
okay? I'm like, oh, I hope she calls me, says, Mommy, come pick me up. I want to go home. Like, I was calling them 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. They're like, we're asleep. She's asleep. She good. Like,
Yeah.
she's fine. I got her. I'm just that type of parent, I guess.
Yeah. And you
But
have to be because people
I
are
don't let
weird.
anybody around her like that. I don't. She's never been around other men at all. Like, I don't play that shit. Not even like if I ever have like a guy friend or anything. Like, just my friends. Period. Like from high school, no, ever.
You shouldn't.
I don't play about that at all. And I don't even have her around some of my family members. I'll be real. I don't. When she was
it gets
little,
like that.
when she was a baby, Bella wasn't around nobody. You couldn't come to my house like that. Everybody knows that. I kept her away from a lot, like everybody.
I do remember that. Like she couldn't do anything.
Mm-mm.
I was like, poor girl. Poor girl.
No, it's just because, like you said, the person, period, could just be toxic.
Yeah.
And I don't like my daughter around certain energies,
Yeah, 'cause
certain
they pick up
things,
them
the environment,
energies.
period, like the environment. No, it's just a no for me. But as far as co-parenting goes, you know, I'm more of like, let me tolerate this person for the sake of my child, because it was the high conflict.
So you're willing to put yourself through things that you don't have to go through for your child, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
See,
am.
and I will to an extent. So, because you're not going to get on my nerves.
I feel like, okay, so here's my thing on it. We are high conflict, and we still have high conflict moments at times.
I mean, we all are. We all are going to.
My thing is like I said, I'm not a perfect parent. I'm not perfect. I have flaws, and I'm learning, and I'm trying to change and better for my child. That's why I left the relationship, because I don't want her around that. I don't feel like she needs to see that.
Right,
She
and
don't
she
need to
doesn't.
understand or
So
hear.
she's going to think it's okay for when she gets older.
Yeah, and then hell no.
Yeah.
Y'all got sons? I'm telling y'all right now.
Hold on. Don't talk about my babies because I'm going to get them right. Oh, okay, because you talk about sons.
Okay, listen, yeah, I forget you have boys.
Because I got
but
it.
y'all better raise y'all sons right, because somebody come break my baby's heart or treat my baby any kind of way. I'm sorry.
I feel you, and that's it for these hoes too.
Listen,
because they are.
Yes, and the girls too.
They
You
are
gotta,
bad.
you gotta, you know.
Well, you
teach
know
them
what? And
right,
I hate to
but
say that, but I think men have made women to be monsters. I don't want to say monsters, but I think they have.
Just, I feel like we just mean now, like we just
Yeah.
don't give a fuck attitude.
Like you're men. We're men. Like kinda
Yeah.
because all of the turmoil that we have to go through, and it's kind of like, you know, and it kind of goes back to the last episode, like with James, because he said after you went through our tornado and all of these things there that y'all, you know, kind of usually sit down, but it's like, what about me after? Because I'm a completely different warrior, and you're not gonna like who I am after I've had to go through all of this here. So
Yeah.
it just, you know,
I just feel like
it's a lot.
it is a lot. It's really hard. That's why you really gotta be mindful and specific. And I mean, you need to be asking all kind of questions. What's your blood type? Y'all got diabetes in the family? How you are with your mama, your cousins, your extended I mean, who do you fuck with? Who's around you to have a kid? Like I just can't be like, I can have a kid with anybody. Hell no.
My
Hell
grandma's
no.
always
I'm
said, she's like,
no.
watch who you have a kid with. God damn, I wish I would have listened.
Well, my thing
With
is
the first
I
one
was
anyway.
I was with him for 6 years before I had a child.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. People turn
That's what
into.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You think you know a person, and then it's like, whoa.
First month, 1 month, 10 years, 5 years, 13, 20.
What
people,
happened?
People.
It's man, this shit is hard. I just co-parenting. Like I said, I feel like it is what y'all make it, and everybody's feelings need to be in check.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be respectful to one another, and if you can't stand each other, fucking tolerate each other for the
I
sake of the
wouldn't even
child
say
because
that. Your grandma, if y'all got relatives, you can, drop them off. Because sometimes, Ashley, sometimes things cannot, you just cannot. Some people are just hateful and just want to see you. They don't want to see you do good. They don't want to see you smile. They don't want you to be happy. So sometimes you might have to drop the baby off over at grandma's and tell them, come get your baby. Because they're there.
This is why I tolerate.
And see, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna drop you off at grandma's.
No, but this I'm gonna tell
well,
you
if
why.
me and grandma have a relationship, because let me take that back. Because if I don't have a relationship with you, my child's not going with you. Period. Point blank.
Right.
And I know for sure anybody in my life that I can trust my child with. They're not molesters. They're not crazy. They're not gonna be doing all that shit. Have all that shit at their house. So that's why I can say that.
The reason I tolerate is because my baby don't go nowhere without me.
Mine don't either. Shit, but I mean, still.
No, like, okay, how can I say this? And this is not to put my business.
Well, yeah, you don't have to
out there, or what type of parenting, co-parenting that we specifically have, but where Bella goes, I go. There ain't no. There's just period. And it's not like, oh, I don't trust you with our child, or I don't trust anybody with my baby. No, nobody, not my mom, not my family. I don't trust nobody with her because that's that's just who I am. I can't help it because of the losses that I've had in the past and the struggle that I went through to have my child. This is my whole world. I can't even express what she is to me. So if she's in somebody else's care and something happens, that's just, it's just the worst thing for me. Like, I just can't. So long story short, where Bella goes, I go. But Bella's also very attached to me. She don't want to go anywhere without me. Mommy, can you come? Like, her friends will call, their parents, oh, can we take Bella to go have ice cream? Bella's like, Mommy, I want to go, but can you come with me? I'm like, Bella, I really don't feel like doing this or that today. Sometimes, maybe not today. But she's like, the mom's like, I promise, like, it's just right here around the corner, literally 2 minutes from my house. And it's like, I promise I'll take care. I'll text you when I get there. I'll call you, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that's how I am, right? But she don't want to go without me either. Like, she'll have separation anxiety. Sorry, y'all. I felt so dehydrated. I'm not even going to lie. I've been drinking for 4 or 5 days straight.
She said she was going to stop y'all. She hasn't.
I actually took a break. I did.
Well, she took a break, but it's 4 days down. It's all good. I want my girl to turn up. I'm just playing, y'all.
I'm not going to push her like, oh, you got to go. You got to go over there. I'm not going to do that.
Your child's always going to tell you when she's uncomfortable, when they don't want to go, something's wrong.
Well, it's not. No, it's not even that about something.
No, but I'm just saying.
Her with her. She has she's very attached to me. She don't go nowhere without me. So when she's ready to, okay, Mommy, I'm okay to go. Then, I'm okay for her to go. I have no problem with that. Like, I don't keep him from her, ever. You want to see your child? You can see your child. You want to talk to your child? Talk to your child. I don't believe in that because I feel like you said earlier, the child should have their parent in their lives, And it's important. It really is, because when you get older and you start going through shit in life and you're like, damn, why do I keep doing this? Why am I this type of person? Why is this and that? And you go see a counselor or shit, a lot of the times that shit comes from your childhood.
Yeah.
A lot, like literally 80% of the time, those traumas come from your childhood. And my thing is like, let me tolerate you for the sake of my kid. Yes, it's mentally challenging when that person can be very toxic and make it about y'all instead of the kid.
Yeah.
But it's like, do I want to just be like, hey, she see you when she see you? You know what I'm saying? Or when she get older, she asks. I don't know. Honestly, I don't fucking know. I just know I tolerate for the sake of my kid, and it gets hard, and
it's all a learning process. It's all a learning process. And one thing my mom has always said to me, any type of habit that you have or anything that you're going through, you will get over it when you are ready to. So if you feel like right now you want to put up with it for the sake of your child, you do that. But when you feel like you no longer want to put up with it, you will stop. So
She's getting older, thankfully.
yeah, I mean, thank God
So
for that too.
I'm just like, I see the light.
It's coming. It does come.
I see the light.
It does come.
No, but I do want to have more kids later. And actually, I was like, oh, I could be.
Oh, we getting too old, bitch. You going what when?
Right, I know.
Cause don't say that, cause you wasting time.
So I wanted to have a boy and a girl, right? Just my set, and I'd be like, I'm done. Cause me and my brother, it's just me and my brother, right? So, and I'm cool with that. But then I was like, nah, I want to at least have 3 or 4.
Okay.
I do, because I feel like, you know, nowadays family isn't the same. It's not what it used to be, and I want my child, because she's an only child, I want her to have siblings. And
Yeah.
she's cried to me about having siblings. Literally, she's cried, like, I want siblings. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, baby. Because I don't want kids right now, But I do want to eventually. But now, that we're, me and her father are not together. And I got a co-parent. And I know that we've been through the high conflict shit. You know what I'm saying? With the arguing and all that. I don't want to do that again with whoever I decide to have a child with next.
Right.
Hopefully
sure
that's
he's a
my
good one.
husband. Somebody that I'm going to be with for a long time, hopefully the rest of my life. And somebody that's a great father.
Yeah.
And even if we were to split up later in life, I want to have a child with somebody who we can literally get along and do holidays and shit together and go to the kids' functionings together, and it not be an argument and not be about us. Like, there is no more us. Leave it where it's at, and let's just get along and do this for the kid. Like, it's just mentally, it's just healthier for everybody all around, including the child, because the child really does. I hate to be like, get the short end of the stick, but
yeah,
they do.
But they do.
They do. It in reality, who it affects the most is the child.
Yeah.
And it's not fair. Like, the kid didn't ask to be brought into this world. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna have to, like, there's nothing wrong with single mothers or single fathers. There's nothing wrong with it. My brothers, I think they came out really good for us to be in a single. So like, my mother, we were single. She's a single mother. Because she didn't believe in bringing a bunch of people around. So I think I'm not gonna be like one, which is cool. I mean, thank God, thank you for that. Because I wouldn't have known what the hell to think if I would have seen other than. But
I ain't never called my mom's boyfriend's dad. My mom's literally been with 2 people.
But it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. We called him by his name. Like,
right.
It was a long relationship, and then, whatever, things don't work out. But he was there for a long time, and it wasn't like, oh, you're my dad.
Yeah, I'm never let my daughter call another man dad.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Unless,
ever.
Well, I can't say that. I mean, I can't say that. If you are being the one that is filling in that role, I didn't ask you. You're not, again, weird, pedophile, whatever, all of that there. You're genuinely doing it. I'm not going to say that he can't, because if he has that attachment, or he feels like that's what he wants you to be, I'm not going to say or take that away. But
I
definitely will let him know, like, hey, and with my first one, I've let him know, he knows the difference, But either way it goes, I mean, there's nothing wrong with single parenting, and I think I've learned a lot through my mother with single parenting, because a lot of things that you're saying, I think you're putting yourself through abuse, and I hate to say that, but just dealing with somebody, knowing you don't have to, and I had to learn, because we as women, we deal with a lot of things and not realize that we don't have to, but
That's
feel what
true.
you're saying.
And I get what you're saying too, and
it's hard. And again, we don't come with instructions.
Okay, I'm just say this. I'd rather me deal and tolerate him than for my family to deal and have to tolerate with him. Like you were saying, meet up, take him to the parents.
I get it, because sometimes people, and again, that's where I'm saying, if you can't even go meet up with my mama to grab your baby, something is wrong, because she old at this point. Why you can't just pick up your baby?
But no. And it's nothing like that. I just prefer not for nobody to have to deal with it. Because I'm like, that's who I chose at the end of the day have a child with. That's my responsibility. That's my child. I don't know. I just don't like putting shit on nobody else to deal with it. It's just me. I've always been like that. I've always been the one to just take in all the shit and just deal with it.
I used to too, but not any fucking more. It takes a village, and I love my village. And
That's a
even
fact.
even when it's friends, you
Oh
just
yeah.
you
Shout
know
out to my friends, cause
yeah.
of course my friends Raven, Shay, and my sister-in-law Laura. Like I fucking love y'all. Like
You have to
y'all don't
have
even
your friends.
understand when I feel defeated some days, cause I'm just kind of go off topic for a second. But mentally, I've been through a lot of shit mentally, like a lot of shit. Um, I have learned to not forget it because you can never forget it. But I've learned to forgive.
You have to forgive.
Definitely have learned to forgive. Like I'm a very forgiving person. I'm a very understanding person now. Why do you, why did you do what you did or say what you said? That's my thing now. There's a reason behind everything. And so when somebody does something to me or says something hurtful to me, now it's not like where I'm like, fuck you, da 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 da. It's like, okay, why are you doing this? Like, there's a reason because you're hurt or you're confused
Exactly.
or
Exactly. You
so
have to
now I
look
don't take
past
it
the
as
person.
personal like I used to. So now I forgive, I understand, and now for me, I can control my emotions. Like I control my emotions. Um, Even if my feelings are hurt, even if I feel sad and I feel defeated sometimes, I can't cry about it, and I'm like, well, hey, it is what it is. I'm just gonna, I'm a, I'm not gonna add fuel to the fire,
Right.
you know. But when I feel like that, and some days I'm weak,
Everybody has
um,
their weekdays. Yeah, that's normal.
I have to call them. I have to reach out to somebody because they're the ones who pick me up. Literally, like y'all have been my rock through this journey that I've been going through for self healing, self love, all that shit. Like they have literally y'all like I can't even express how much like it means to me. Um, I cry, but I feel like crying because it's taken a long time to get here.
It's okay. It's okay, friend. It's okay, girl. It has. It has
A
been. It
long
has.
fucking time, like a long time, like mental health, y'all. Like take it serious. Take it serious, because I used to be, you got to be strong minded. You can't let that shit bother you. That used to be me. Like I don't understand how people can be in depression or have anxiety until I experienced it with all the shit I used to go through. And I went through it by myself for a long time because I didn't want to put shit on nobody. I didn't want to have to ask for help. That's just me. I just take it by myself and I deal with it by myself. But through this process, like y'all have kept me sane. All of y'all, like kept me pushing, not giving up, and not like I said, I have my weekdays, some days, but there's times where I feel like I just want to fall. You know, I'm like fuck. Some days I want to give up, but y'all all have encouraged me. Everybody's been pushing me, like real support, real genuine support. So when you say it takes a village, it takes a village, and I'm learning that, and
You
I'm
can't just do it
trying
by
to not have
yourself.
to tolerate shit all the time. I really am, but I deal with it because I'm like, I'd rather I deal with it, and
But you don't. You have to realize you don't have to deal with it. And you know what? I've watched you, and I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of her.
I have not like.
But one thing I had to learn, and I had to learn this, I believe through my mother, with disease within yourself comes disease. So within that, all that you're harboring, you don't know what that's causing. Anything that sits for too long, it rots.
That's
You
true.
can't let that continue within yourself. If he's causing that, or whoever, friend, family, whatever, God damn it,
That's why I cut
they need
people
to
off.
go. And that's fine.
That's
That's fine. Because
that's what I do
again,
now.
when you make me deceased, like however you want to say it, deceased, I'm in deceased, whatever,
Yeah.
however you say it. God damn it, you gotta go, because that what I'm feeling inside of me, I can't let that fester, and I'm not gonna let it sit and rot within me, because that's gonna go somewhere, or something, my lungs, it's going to be something.
They say stress kills, and I believe it.
No, it does. It does,
I believe
because
it.
energy. It is all about energy, and
Um,
we're not gonna let that
now
that affect us.
I just I don't deal with it no more.
Mm-mm.
Like now it's like, if there's an argument over something stupid, petty, just
Hang up the phone.
I do. Or I block people.
Yeah, and you know
I,
what?
I have to. Sometimes, he gets blocked a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I'm not gonna allow you to disrespect me.
Right.
We
That's
have
something you
all
got
these
used
years
to,
together.
and you're realizing
I'm
it's
your
toxic.
right. I'm
Mm-hmm.
your I'm the mother of your child. I don't ask for shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put pressure on him, especially if I know he's going through shit.
Mm-hmm.
If I know your situation. I don't ask for anything. I don't put pressure. I'm not going to put you on child support. I don't do none of that shit. You know why? Because I can do it, and I'm trying, and I care about you. I want the best for you. We don't have to be together. We don't have to be in love. We don't have to fucking even like each other like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still a huge part of my life. You're my child's father. I want you to find yourself. I want you to be happy, and I want you to do well, because that affects my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to go and put pressure on you when I know I don't have to. I don't need you to help me. If I can do it myself, I will do it myself, and I'm not going to bitch about it. I'm going to do it because I know I can, and I'm trying to take some of that pressure, that stress off of you, because you're going through shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to kick you while you're down. You know what I'm saying? So respect me.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Fucking respect me. You should respect me when you know that I'm trying to be there and relieve some of that shit. I don't require a lot at all. You know?
Yeah,
And
but we
that's
have
the
we have rap music here, and we have men who really don't respect women, and people who think it's cool to follow that shit. Like their mom didn't bring them into this world, so we have men out here like that that don't see things like that, and so with or without a child, they don't know how to give respect, and so you again have to realize everybody ain't built like you. So again, with you making all of this room to ease this person after they've put you through goddamn an earthquake, you're still enabling this person. So fuck you and deal with all the bullshit that I had to deal with. And again, I'm saying that because I was that person growing up, anxiety, depression, and I think when I've got honestly, I think I've had to fight. I think I'm just now getting to myself and standing in my truth and not really having to give a damn what people have to say, how they say it, whatever. You don't like me, I don't give a damn, because I get everybody's different. But I just don't. I know one thing: you not gonna get on my fucking nerves, because I've allowed people and have took in so much that there is no telling how much disease that I got inside of me. And so when I had to realize that, yeah, y'all are making me sick, or I'm not liking these feelings that I have to deal with when you come around. It gets to a point, and like in R. Kelly said it best: when a woman is fed up, you are going to make the moves that you need to make.
yeah,
So
I'm getting to that point where it's like it is what it is.
yeah,
And
and Bella will learn on her own. God damn it, Dad, you're fucking crazy, or whatever the case may be. And my son to his dad, God damn, you're fucking retarded. You know what? My mom always said, don't bash your dad. Don't. I'm not gonna. I would never bash your dad. Don't bash his dad in front of him, because I'm gonna come to my own conclusion, and I have my goddamn conclusion, because we all grow up.
no, I agree. I don't feel like, and that's the thing. What I'm saying, like I tolerate, because I don't want to start arguing in front of her. One, she don't need to hear that, and I don't like when one of the parents, either the mom or the dad, is telling the child, "Oh, let's say your dad ain't shit or your mom ain't shit. She just
And it might slip
do
out
this.
sometimes, y'all, but just retract that.
Or oh, I can't stand your fucking mom. You know this, and she's saying this and this. The child don't need to know any of that shit.
I truly believe that.
They don't need to know what's going on or anything like that. And you know what? That's why it's a very sensitive topic for me personally because for a long time, not the whole relationship, but a lot of years, the last 5 years or so, was toxic for each other, and I'll admit it. I wasn't nice either, but it was because I got to a certain point. You know how I could get. I can get.
I know
ugly,
you. It's okay.
Evil.
It's
I
okay.
really
but
can.
but you're pushed to that. You're not like that until you're pushed to it.
Not
so
like that. I have to be. I mean, you gotta fucking probably drag my face in the mud for me to be like that with you, because I really truly try not to be that type of person, but I can get there.
Right.
But I have some play in that, and where when he was down, I've kicked his ass when he was down.
But you don't need to kick anybody while they're down.
No, I'm not saying you do, but I'm admitting
but
that
you
I
did.
have.
Okay.
The relationship was toxic, and we're arguing. It's that high conflict parenting shit when we were together, and my child.
I can't lie.
My child has been there.
Yeah. Okay.
We're arguing.
I've done that.
And for my daughter to tell me, "Mommy, can y'all not argue and fight, please?" When my child was what, 4, 5, maybe no, she was 3.5, going on 4. We've been separated for a while now. For her to tell me that at that age, I was like, I can't do this. I left. I can't do it because she don't deserve that.
She don't.
She shouldn't even know what that even is, what that's like, and for it to affect my child. Now you fucking with me, and
but signs coming all
right.
On all
so
ways.
I said, all right, I'm done. I'm not trying to force this, because at that point I'm forced in a relationship that's just not meant to be.
Yeah.
And I'm staying in this broken relationship, and we're both broken, and we both need self-healing, and we both need to apologize to each other for the shit we put each other through. Like I said, it wasn't just him. I played a part in it, but that's because I got to a certain point where I just couldn't take it no more.
Start defending yourself?
Right. So now I'm like, no, I can't do that in front of her. I don't want to do that shit in front of her. I didn't want to do it then, but it just is what it is. You live in the same household, and it's not healthy. It just wasn't healthy for none of us. So I had to be the one to pull away completely and leave it where it was, and worked on myself. And that's why I said I've been on this journey of self-healing and self-love for years, and I finally got to a point where I'm happy finally. I truly am happy, like, and I know I say this, but I really am. Like, I'm at this place in my life where I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying the people in my life. I'm doing me. I'm living my truth. And I don't think I have not lived my truth ever in my life. I'm there.
And I'm glad, because once you can find your own happiness, once you've fully grasped that, the next person that comes along, you'll be able to see the signs. You'll be able to know if he's got his own happiness. And then once he's got his own happiness, you can bring all that happiness together, and it will just be blissful, right. Girl. So, I mean, it's not bad. You've made it to where you've needed to be. And I hope, everybody listening can make it to where they need to be. Because co-parenting, it's there. It's hard. Nobody comes with instructions. I mean,
nobody.
Life period is hard.
Co-parenting is definitely.
But just remember, you don't have to deal with the shit. Some people are forcing it. Don't force that shit. If he don't want to be there, don't be there. Pick up your big girl jaws and keep it the hell going, because that in itself is toxic.
You have to keep it pushing. I say that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to keep it pushing. And
you got to keep pushing.
You know what push means? Pray until something happens.
Pray until something happens.
So you need to take one step every day forward and pray and pray and pray and keep moving. That's all
I have
you
to thank my
do.
Mother. Shout out, girl. Because
Shout
without
out, Miss
Latrice,
Latrice. I love her.
I don't know where the hell I would be. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a strong woman. Our mothers, both of our mothers are strong women. My mom was a single mom, but that's because my dad died when I was 3, um, due to health issues. And she
Rest in
went
peace.
through.
I'm sorry, I don't know his name. Mr. Baldivia, I don't know your name.
Oh,
But rest in peace.
at least it was Elicio.
Okay,
My
there we
dad's
go.
name. But she was a single parent, and I done seen all kind of shit. My mom went through a lot of shit, and we used to. She didn't have to co-parent, but just her being the single mother that she was a fucking hustler. If anything else, my mom was a hustler and was gonna make a way. Of course, she had her faults, but she went through a depression after my dad died. She was married to my dad, very young. My dad was like 23, 24.
Oh, that's so sad.
My mom was
You don't really talk about it, so.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I really don't at all. But my mom was like 20. I don't know, 21. What 20? She's like 20 or 21 when my dad died.
That's sad.
She went through a depression for a long time, and I never fault her for anything that she went through in her actions or how she did. But what I did see, and the best thing that she could have ever taught me personally, was to learn to be a hustler and go get it.
I will say that bitch always got a new car. She always got a job. I'd be like, bitch, where can I? You.
Oh,
I'm like, bitch.
Are you?
Where
You
can I go
represent
get a
my
car
mama,
from?
bitch?
Nah,
I
I'm
know you
listening.
wouldn't.
But we cool, but we
Nah,
ain't
I
that
do.
cool. I give her
always.
respect. So I will say that. Shout outs to Sandra.
My mom has definitely taught me how to be a hustler and be strong and independent. Definitely has taught me how to do that. So thank you. Shout out, Mom. Love you.
You can show that same shit to Sandra. And I know for a damn sure Sandra wouldn't put up with no bullshit that you had put up with. And so,
check out episode 2 on that.
I just know. But, hey, it's okay. We all live and learn. And so, you went through what you went through to grow and to be able to tell Bella, because there's going to be a day you went through what you went through, because, to tell Bella one day is like, hey, that's not the road you want to go down.
Yeah, I definitely don't want her to see that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want her, like you said, I don't want to have that high conflict parenting style where it's always fighting and arguing and all that in front of the child, because it
becomes normal.
Right. It becomes normal, and the child's going to grow up thinking that's okay. That's okay for a man or a woman to treat me in that manner, and it's not okay. They're going to accept that, and I'm saying that because I've been there. Now that I'm older and in my relationship, a lot of the toxicity or whatever you say, the toxicness that I seen my mom go through that, and I seen her accept that shit. And not with my dad, but with her relationships. I've seen my mom go through physical abuse.
You're never too old to learn, and that should have
taught
you.
I don't want to go through that. I don't want to be like that. And I've never been through physical abuse like that, but mental, I will say yes. And I stayed in it because it was like I had no male figure. My dad wasn't there. My mom has no brothers. And my grandpa was in jail my mom's whole life since she was 12 years old. And I seen him once in jail ever in my life when I got older. And when he got out, he died. So I never got to have any kind of real relationship with a man to really show me. They always say a girl's first love is their father's.
Yeah.
I didn't have that.
I didn't either.
All I had was what I see my mom go through.
Right.
And so as I got older, it was like, oh, this is normal. Y'all fight, y'all argue, and he's going to call you a bitch, but he don't mean it. No. That's just not okay. Above anything else, and I say this shit all the time, and Shay always says, you do say that. You're so big on that. Respect, to me, in a relationship is fucking everything. I would rather be with a man, even if he cheated. But if he respected me, as far as didn't call me no bitch, didn't call me a hoe, didn't disrespect me in front of other women, or never call me outside my name and just respect me, didn't yell at me, didn't argue with me, I would respect him more than me being in a relationship when I'm over here with this one and he's literally mentally abusing me, calling me all kind of shit, trashing me.
Well, hell
yeah. And he didn't cheat. I would be like, bye, I'm come over here. At least I know what he's doing. Yeah. And he ain't talking to me crazy. He ain't da-da-da-da. Because it's like, you're not out there cheating, but you're over here mentally abusing me. You don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about me regardless.
Yeah.
He probably didn't. He at least he cares somewhat about me.
At
That's
least
how
pretend.
I feel
I seen this video and this lady was like, well, honey, when you come home, you got attitude and all that extra shit. You pretend out there with your coworkers, don't you? So come in this fucking house and pretend.
Exactly.
So pretend. Smile.
I mean, and
I
if
wanna
you are
see
gonna
teeth.
tolerate some shit, you know, and y'all know y'all argue here and there, whatever. Just when the kid comes around,
Teeth. I just want to see teeth.
right? Just make us ha ha ha.
can
Fake ass laugh. I don't care what you
Yeah.
gotta do.
Shit, at least you can let me know it's fake. But hey.
I do want to get to the point later on, you know, because I do want to get to the point where we can come together and go to her, you know, recitals and shit like that, and do. We have done where we do Christmas. Sometimes, like, I go over there, take her there for Thanksgiving. But all his family loves me, so even if he wasn't there, I'm be like, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
That's her family.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'll be at my sister. I call her my sister-in-law. She's always gonna be my sister-in-law, even though me and him are not together. But that's my sis. Shout out, sis. You know I love you. But me and her are like this. So when I go over there, you know, I let Bella be with her daddy, whatever, and I'm over here with my sis.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So, but I want to be where we can go to these places and get along, not just be in the same room and just be like mugging each other. Like, bitch, you know what I want to say to you. You know what I'm saying?
You know I want to slap your head up against the wall. You know.
I don't want to be like that. I want us to get along. Shit, let's do this. You have a kid. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that at all. Like, one thing I am not, I would never take shit out on a kid. Like, if, you know, he were to go and have another kid or whatnot, I would never take that out on that kid. I can't. Because it's not the kid's fault to me. That's just me personally. The kid has nothing to do with it. We not in a relationship no more, so I don't give a fuck what you do, who you
Right.
with, and you have a kid with somebody else. Okay, cool. I'm going to treat that kid just like I treat my daughter.
Yeah.
And Bella be having me, girl, Bella be having me buy all kind of shit for that baby. Because she's like that now with my nephew, like Noah. She sees something for him.
She wants to buy it.
I'm like, Bella, look, I came in here to get some groceries. I ain't come in here to be shopping for babies and shit. But
That's funny.
I'm not. I just want peace, and I'm really not like that type of person where I want to cause you problems and take your child from you and keep your child from you. I'm not that person. I don't want to be that person, and I don't think it's healthy for anybody. And again, it just goes back to mental health. It's just let's get along. We have a child, and we both love this child so much. Then let's do right by this child.
Right. That's how it's supposed to be.
Not
That's how grown-ups
It's not
work.
the child's fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all just try. You hear me? Try
and if you
as much
can't,
as you can.
don't feel bad.
Yeah, and if you can't, and like she was saying earlier, you know, and I agree with what you're saying, because there's just some people who are just toxic and really want to be out to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't deal with it, because it is mental abuse, and you need to get yourself out that situation. And it is not healthy for you or the kid. I've been there at times where I'm fighting and arguing with him, and I'm gonna just say I have been there. I've been that parent where I'm like, I don't want she's talking to me or something, and I'm like, just you know, or I don't want to play, or I don't want to do this. It's because you're in your misery, and it's not the child's fault. You're taking it out on your child because you're over here arguing with this mother. You know what? Be like, you know what? Click. Let me go over here and let me tend to my child. Let me play with my baby, and let me have that with that. Yep. Instead of y'all fighting, arguing, and then you're angry and enraged, and then the kid is trying to talk to you, mommy, look, because you know they do that shit all day. Look what I did. What is
this? Starting it.
Oh,
mom, look, mom, look.
Like, mommy, look, mommy, and I'm like, Bella, I'm looking at you.
I can't do much more looking.
I'm literally looking at you. Are you looking at me? I'm looking at you. What, baby? What is it that you're trying to show me? But you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's so funny.
Just please these kids, because we're so fucked up. We are fucked up. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. We are fucked up. We have child trauma. Don't put your kids through that shit. Don't do it to these kids. These are the next generation. We need to do it right while they're smaller, they're younger, and give them that healthy life, period. Just
You don't even have to have much. It's really all about the love that
And
they
like she
receive.
said, I mean, if you can, you know, coordinate and set those boundaries and those rules, and y'all both can. Okay, we ain't gotta deal with each other. Cause now I'll be like, don't call me, call her iPad. I went and bought an iPad. Call her iPad. Don't you ain't got to call my phone unless it's
But in
emergency or
reality,
something.
he's gonna, cause she ain't 15, she ain't 16, she ain't mobile, she can't do certain things. So he can
No, that's what I'm
call,
saying. No, if you want to call and talk to her, call her iPad. If you need to talk to me about something else, like, oh, hey, I want her to come.
but are y'all gonna be able to get through that conversation?
A lot of times we don't.
Okay, so
Uh, a lot of the times it's me hanging up and not answering. But
boundaries. Call your mama, tell her what's going on, girl. Tell her he's gonna be calling her from now on. Something.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can't
Well, if you
get
can't.
along and tolerate each other, and I agree with what you said, then find a mediator. Could be anybody in your family that y'all trust, both of y'all. Um, and go that route. If it works for you, do what works for y'all, so nobody is arguing and this child don't have to see all this and that, or your kids, and it's just peace for everybody. Um, I like I said, I agree with what you said on that. And if you can't tolerate and that person is just toxic, then sometimes it just be like, hey, you know,
Can't do this.
can't do it. And if you're gonna be toxic to me and my child, especially if they're being toxic to the child, then leave
Oh,
it.
yeah,
If
that's
my
a big
kid
one.
wants to see you when they get older and look for you, then that's then it's sad, but it happens a lot. Um,
It
but
is what it is. I'm learning that life is.
sorry,
I mean, with life, it is what it is. Like there is no ups. I mean, let me not say that. There's definitely ups. There's downs. There's two sides. But I mean, life is life, and I mean, unless you're just weak, you just give up. But I mean, other than that, you just gotta find ways to where everybody is enjoying themselves. You have to find enjoyment within yourself, find enjoyment for your kids, and it all has to be peacefully because if not, they're gonna be fucked up like us. Well, not like us, but like us.
us motherfuckers, y'all too, y'all
Yes.
too. Not just. I have to agree on a lot of that. So, like I said, there's people out there though that I know their co-parenting is like fucking A1. I'm like, damn, I wish
How
I
the
could
fuck
be
did
like
you
that.
find that? That's what, but
Like
hey,
they get
that's
along. They literally, they have keys to each other's house. They, hey, come get your kid, or hey, I'm tired today, and the other parent's like, okay, no problem, let me go get the kids, and they're not even together, and they got other
those are
spouses. Like,
people who actually worry about the kid and not the goddamn parent. That's
exactly,
that's
because I
where
feel
a
like
lot of people lose it.
the high conflict and all that, and having to tolerate is because there's somebody in that relationship that don't want to let it go, and they're
They
bitter,
worried about the
and
wrong
exactly,
thing.
they're worried about the wrong thing. Well, what you doing? No, ask about your child. Don't ask about me because I'm none of your concern.
Exactly.
But there are people out there that have those, you know, great co-parenting, styles out there where they do great with co-parenting. Shout out to y'all, like for real. Like y'all, if y'all can do that and make it work, shout out to y'all for really going above and beyond for them kids. Cause I want that. I just want that peace. Like I said, and even if we just tolerating each other, then let's just tolerate each other and keep the peace. And I would respect that just as much. That high conflict shit, no, it's a no for me. But tell us what y'all think. Um, if you want to share any experiences, you're more than welcome to. But just try. Just try for the sake of the kid. Whatever works best for y'all, though. I'm not saying y'all try to get along if y'all just can't stand each other. But whatever works best for y'all. If y'all gotta have a mediator, if y'all just can't fuck with them at all, and you gotta cut them completely out, do whatever works best for y'all. Just don't do the high conflict shit in front of the kids. That's my thing. Just don't do it in front of the kids. It's hard. It's easier said than done because I've been there, done that. But um, just try it out. I don't know what else to say.
You can try, but don't abuse the try. Just that's all I'm saying.
Just
But
don't take in more than you can handle.
exactly. Don't let them disrespect you.
Don't.
How about that? Anybody, male or female. But I guess we'll just leave off with today with the affirmation. And today I'm just gonna go with I am confident and growing in my parenting role. So no matter, well, I'm not gonna say no matter how you're parenting, but let's just grow, try and grow, and be positive and change a few things.
Yeah, because I'm learning every day.
Yeah, we
Still.
always learn every day. I mean,
And I'm changing things that I feel like need to be changed or that I could be better at as a mother, as a parent in general. So
yeah, but
I,
just make sure you tell yourself that no matter who's telling you you're a bad parent. As long as you know you're a good parent, again,
well,
give them these. That's all I'm saying.
everybody that knows me knows I'm a great mom.
We're not
And,
talking about you. We're not talking about
but I'm just saying, period.
you. All
Not
right.
perfect, but
No.
we're great mothers. We love our kids, and we're gonna ride for our kids. So,
Yes, I am. I'm coming. I am.
thank y'all for tuning in. It's been real, like always, very real. And y'all make sure y'all go catch those other episodes if you've missed them. And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace, mother chuckers.
Chuckers like, oh, okay.